Big news is making waves in the auto industry. Insiders claim that some of the world's biggest car makers are on the verge of collapse. Many major brands are stuck in a deep crisis, and its impact is hitting dealerships hard. Car dealers are drowning in unsold vehicles as buyers are turning away from certain models. The reasons? Sky-high prices, shaky reliability, and poor value for money. Because of this, some SUVs and cars are just sitting at lots, gathering dust with no buyers in sight. In today's video, we're diving into the top 8 models that are piling up at dealerships right now, all backed by the latest dealer inventory data. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update. Number 8. Lincoln Navigator. Alright, let's kick things off with the Lincoln Navigator. This luxury SUV might look impressive, but dealers are finding it tough to move it off their lots. And with Ford, Lincoln's parent company, already struggling in this shaky market, the Navigator isn't making things any easier. This model got a big redesign back in 2018 and easily outclasses the Ford Expedition when it comes to luxury and extra flair. Step inside and you'll find plush leather seats, a massive 48-inch panoramic display, front seats that can even give you a massage, and plenty more fancy touches. But all this comes with a big catch. The average price hovers around $105,000. Pop the hood and you'll see a beastly 440 horsepower twin-turbo V6 engine ready to roar. But don't expect to save money on fuel. The Navigator gulps gas at an average of 16 miles per gallon, so get ready for plenty of pit stops if you're planning a road trip. Unless you've got a big family to fill all 8 seats, or you're planning to level up your Uber game. It's hard to justify spending this much when there are other roomy SUVs that offer similar power, minus the luxury massages. Right now, the Navigator is facing serious headwinds. On average, it sits at dealerships for 262 days before someone finally takes it home. And with over 8,700 units sitting unsold across the country, this big luxury SUV is turning into a big headache for dealers. Number 7. Hyundai Ioniq 6. Number 7 on our list is the Hyundai Ioniq 6, an electric sedan that's been grabbing headlines lately, but maybe not for the reasons Hyundai had in mind. Its bold, futuristic design has really split opinions. Some folks love its sleek sci-fi look, while others just can't warm up to it, and it's definitely not light on the wallet either. With an average price tag around $46,000, the Ioniq 6 sits in the same range as bigger SUVs and electric cars that offer more space or better range. But the biggest hurdle isn't just the price or the looks, it's the bigger picture. Interest in electric cars, especially sedans, has taken a hit. Buyers these days are leaning heavily toward SUVs and crossovers, leaving traditional sedans like the Ioniq 6 struggling to get noticed. Because of this, the Ioniq 6 is piling up fast. Right now, the average market day supply is 263 days, which means these cars are sitting around for months. At the moment, Hyundai dealers across the US have about 6,000 units waiting for someone to take them home. Number 6. Land Rover Discovery Sport. Winston Churchill once joked that the British love hearing bad news about themselves. And if that's true, Land Rover fans might want to brace themselves. Even though Land Rover is now owned by an Indian company, most of these SUVs still roll off assembly lines in England. Sadly, the Discovery Sport isn't living up to its name. Consumer Reports slapped the latest model with a poor 30 out of 100 for predicted reliability. Many owners have complained about clunky suspension and a sluggish transmission. Not exactly what you'd expect when you're paying around $55,000 for an SUV. Under the hood, things don't get much better. The Discovery Sport runs on a 2.0-liter 4-cylinder engine that just doesn't deliver the punch you'd hope for in this price range. On top of that, it only manages about 19 miles per gallon, which is disappointing for an SUV with a smaller engine. At the end of the day, the Discovery Sport feels more like a stylish badge than a solid performer, so it's no shock that dealerships are sitting on these for a while. The average market supply is a hefty 269 days. Number 5. Audi Q8. Next up is the Audi Q8, a luxury SUV that mainly demands one big thing, a thick wallet. As Audi's flagship coupe-style SUV, the Q8 doesn't stray too far from the Q7 it's based on. It ditches the third row for a sportier, sloped rear design, but behind the wheel it feels almost identical to the Q7, with just a few tweaks in suspension and layout. Sure, the Q8 looks sleeker and carries a bit more style, but buyers aren't exactly lining up for it, especially especially when it carries an average price of $85,000. The main problem, for at least $15,000 less, buyers can grab the Q7, which comes with extra interior space, better gas mileage, and the bonus of a third row for bigger families. So it's not surprising that the Q8 tends to gather dust at dealerships, while the more practical Q7 finds homes much faster. According to CarEdge, the Q8 now sits at an average 270 days of market supply. Number 4, Fiat 500e. Moving on to number 4, we've got the Fiat 500e, a small electric car that's full of that classic Italian charm. But sadly, the charm isn't enough to keep it moving off the lot. Sure, it's cute and easy to zip through tight city streets, but its 141-mile range really limits its appeal, especially when rivals in the EV market now offer double that distance on a single charge. It doesn't help that the cabin feels cramped, the ride isn't exactly smooth, and the price tag sits at around $34,500. Not exactly a bargain when competitors deliver more range, comfort, and practicality for the same money or even less. It's no wonder buyers are looking elsewhere. Meanwhile, Fiat's parent company, Stellantis, is already battling slumping sales, and the 500e is adding to their headaches. These cars are stacking up at dealerships for an average of 288 days before anyone drives them away. Before we jump to the next one, if you're enjoying this video so far, hit that like button. It really helps us keep bringing you more car insights. Number 3, Jeep Grand Wagoneer. At number 3, we've got the Jeep Grand Wagoneer, another headache for Stellantis. The Jeep badge has always had a loyal following, but when it comes to quality, the brand has struggled for years. Now, with sales dipping across the lineup, the Grand Wagoneer isn't exactly helping turn things around. With an eye-watering average price of $112,500, it's no shock that buyers are hesitant. This massive SUV was built to go head-to-head with luxury heavyweights, packing in premium features and serious size. But in the ultra-competitive high-end SUV market, reputation counts, and Jeep is fighting rivals that are known for better build quality and reliability. Let's be real, if you're dropping over $100,000, you've got plenty of choices that deliver a smoother ride, stronger dependability, and better long-term value. So the Grand Wagoneer just ends up sitting around. In fact, these SUVs are spending an average of 288 days waiting for buyers. Number 2, BMW 5 Series. Sliding in at number 2 is the BMW 5 Series, a luxury sedan that's clearly feeling the heat these days. Once famous for its razor-sharp handling and sporty vibe, the latest 5 Series seems to have lost a bit of that spark that made its older versions so beloved. Add in a design that splits opinions and the fact that SUVs are dominating the roads, and it's no wonder buyers are drifting away. With an average price tag of $66,000, the 5 Series isn't exactly a budget buy, and for that kind of money, more people are leaning toward luxury SUVs that deliver extra room, flexibility, and that elevated driving position everyone loves right now. Even die-hard BMW fans are ditching sedans for the brand's popular X-Series SUVs instead, leaving the 5 Series sitting lonely on showroom floors. According to CarEdge, there are over 3,200 units waiting for new owners, with an average 305-day market supply. That's a long time for a BMW to gather dust. The 5 Series may still have prestige and history on its side, but the market is changing fast, and this once iconic sedan is struggling to keep up. Number 1, Nissan Z. Topping our list at number 1 is the Nissan Z, a car that had all the right ingredients at launch but somehow lost the plot along the way. When it first hit the scene, the Z turned heads with its sharp, sporty styling and a nostalgic nod to the legendary Z lineup that car enthusiasts love. The hype was real at first, but then came the missteps. Production delays meant buyers eager to grab the keys had to wait and wait. By the time Nissan managed to get enough cars on the lots, the buzz had faded and a lot of potential buyers had already moved on to other options. On paper, the Z still looks tempting, but the price doesn't do it any favors. With an average tag of $55,000, shoppers in the market for a fun sports car have plenty of solid alternatives that deliver better bang for the buck. And the result? Dealers now have over 2,000 units just sitting there. With an average 350-day supply, nearly a year's wait for someone to finally sign the paperwork. That's a tough spot for a car that should have been a slam dunk for Nissan. So there you have it. 8 vehicles piling up at dealerships while buyers turn their attention elsewhere. Whether it's sky-high prices, outdated designs, or just stiff competition, these models show that even big names can miss the mark. Which one surprised you the most? Or is there a car you think should have made this list? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our next deep dive into the world of cars. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.